Yeah, I think so. I mean, the mic will come down, but
Do you
it's up
think
to
I
you.
need one?
I personally, I don't.
No, I'm
There
good.
we go.
Thank you, John. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay.
I love it.
I don't need a
I'm
filter.
not going to say anything. I'm like, he's like, did you have me making a speech? I'm like, I did. You did the last 2 years in a row. I guess I should have cleared it with you, though.
Well, it's a graduation.
So Friday, now you're responsible. Friday, 1 o'clock.
Friday, 1 o'clock. It's my.
Thank you for checking. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
I'm presenting after you,
So
and then
would now like to invite Professor Tutian to present the Preceptor of the Year Award.
But you were here for
Excellent.
rehearsal. I remember you.
I was here
All
for
right, so
rehearsal.
just so you know, in case the mic is in a position from back here,
Yeah.
you can adjust it. There's the gooseneck.
All right.
Because a lot of people do that and it just kind of stays where it was. But from back here, you can adjust it.
All right.
Could you,
I love
could you
it.
start us off?
I do.
All right, well, then let's get the mic set for you then. All right. Yeah, she's not going to use podium. Be aggressive with the mic.
During this part, they're going to get their jacket.
They are.
I'm going to hand them the diplomas.
The certificate, yes.
Yeah. So can we move that over to the X when?
We got to talk to Marie.
Yeah. I know.
I got no problem with that.
No, yeah, we can wait till.
Are you sure? I was just.
I don't
'cause
want it
there's-
in the middle when we.
I was actually going to put it at the end of the chairs next to Charlie.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, that would be easier.
Yep. You want some water under there?
I have water by my thing.
Okay. Sorry. Are we going to start from the podium, or is the first thing going to be the music and the recipients, or are we going to say hi from the podium? Do we know?
They line up in the balcony. The doors are going to open. All right, they're going to start walking in. After they walk in and sit down, then I'll start talking.
Okay.
Should have peed first.
Oh, see, they have it out of order. Oh, no, that's right. Okay. It's right, it's right. I'm just anal, too, so.
Oh, the voices in my head said Marie's almost ready to start. I got 10:31. What's going on, Marie?
See, they switched the order. Marie switched the order on these. I knew it.
Oh, I got you.
Thank you. I'm glad. Glad I checked.
Students, you may sit down. Mike is strong today. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud families, and most importantly, the graduates of the Hofstra Northwell School of Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies. My name is Scott Gould. I am the Chair and Program Director in the Department of Physician Assistant Studies. It is my honor and privilege to be here today to kick off and MC the event as we come to celebrate the accomplishments of this special group of students. This cohort is special to me. Although I say that every year, but this is true. This time it's true, in that I've been here about 3 years myself, and so this is the first cohort that I was involved with the interviewing, all of the programmatic, and up until graduation. So this is fun for me to see the entire kind of spectrum and continuum of these students. So we've kind of been through this together. I will be brief because we have some events today, and the rain is holding off, so we want to kind of keep that good luck. But I do want to take one last opportunity to say a couple of things share some thoughts. And my first thought is, while preparing for today and getting to sign everyone's references and documents, looking back at everything, it occurred to all of us that while the program has existed for 23 years, the first graduating cohort was in 2004. And so this class is the 20th anniversary of the first graduation of cohort, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And to tell you a little bit about, where the program has come and where PA students have come along the way, right? So the class of 2004 rather, had 20 students. Right? There was no dual degree PA program. 8 of the students did come from Hofstra, while the remaining 12 transferred in. Almost every single one of the students came with a degree already that was not conferred in the program. At that point, it was just a certificate. The average GPA was 3.24. So compared to our class today, there's 72 students with an average entry GPA of 3.71. And the students are now conferred a master's degree. So we've come a long way in a short time. You guys set the bar high. My second thought is, as I'm sure the students have heard many times and have probably told you many times, that PA school, a lot of material in a short amount of time, right? And so we often say it's like drinking from a fire hose, all the material that you come in, right? And so I don't disagree with that. It does feel like drinking from a fire hose. But the other day, again, searching for things and preparing my Christmas shopping on Amazon, I came across this little journal, which is kind of cool. And it says on it, being a physician assistant is easy. It's like riding a bike, except that the bike is on fire. You're on fire. Everything's on fire. So I love this. Of course, I had to buy it on your tuition money. Moms and dads, this makes a great gift. And again, I don't disagree with that statement either. But I think it's, both are kind of funny little puns. But I think that both quotes are true. And I think they're synergistic in that, imagine a few months from now, you're out in the clinical world practicing, and it's, of course, it's Saturday night at 3 a.m. Yes, you will have to work Saturday night at 3 a.m. And you feel like everything's on fire, right? And I want you to remember being here. I want you to remember the 28 months of being here, of drinking from the fire hose, right? All of the knowledge, the skills, the experiences that you drank from that fire hose. And you're going to use that water to put out that fire at 3 a.m. Saturday night. So remember that. All right, that's enough of me talking. So we do have some special guests and things like that I want to get to. And before I start, I do want to acknowledge a couple of guests that we do have here. Provost Dr. Charlie Riordan is here. Interim Vice Dean Christy Lowenstein is here. And a person you may or may not know, Interim Vice Dean Karina Lascalzo is here. Thank you. All right, so for our first keynote speaker, or our only keynote speaker, our first speaker is Mr. Stephen Bello. Steve is Executive Vice President and President of the Eastern Market of Northwell Health. Having graduated from Cornell University PA program in 2000, Steve went on to a successful career in cardiothoracic surgery, where he honed his surgical and critical care skills. And if that wasn't enough of a challenge, he also learned and developed skills in program building and business building. This led to him being a founder of a PA-run staffing company, and then also building a program from the ground up in cardiothoracic surgery at what is now known as South Shore University Hospital. Then he went on to become the executive director at Long Island Valley Stream Hospital, where he was instrumental in turning that hospital around from debt into a profitable venture, which was good for me because he gave me a job at that hospital. So I'm glad they were paying. Steve then went on to his current role, where he oversees the Eastern Market region of Northwell Health. He is on the Farmingdale College Foundation Board, and along all the way, he managed to get a master's degree in healthcare delivery science from Dartmouth. But aside from all those accolades and all those things, the essence of Steve is that he's a PA and he's a leader. He has a unique kind of provider-rooted, patient-centric, having this 2020, strategic vision, yet still knowing how the real world of medicine functions kind of mindset. He's the kind of person who gives back. He may go from overseeing a meeting that oversees a multi-million-dollar construction project to then meeting with a young student who wants to be a PA and giving advice. And he always finds time for those type of things. And that's the reason that we asked him to come be here today, to help give us and give all of you some words of wisdom. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Steve Bello.
Thank you, Scott. As Scott said, we've known each other for a while, both on the clinical side and on the academic side. And I don't think you could find a better advocate for PAs, PA training, PA education than Scott. He's been a great asset to this university, and he'll be a great asset for years to come. I do want to start, first and foremost, by congratulating all the graduates. It's a major accomplishment to be here. Scott mentioned the selection process just to get into school, but to go through the work, to put in the late nights, to excel in this program is really a testament to your drive to be PAs and really contribute to the healthcare community in the future. So congratulations. I'd also like to thank the family and the friends that are here to support them as well. Clearly, we depend on each other for any successes in life, and I think all of the graduates would agree that the support from their family and their friends helped them get here. So congratulations to you as well. I do want to recognize two people in the audience for a very specific reason. So Jason McGrade and Adam Bowl, who are both colleagues of mine at Northwell. They're both PAs, they're both executives, and coincidentally, they both gave the keynote address for the graduation years in the past, and I did happen to watch the videos of both of their addresses, and I will try and do just a little bit better than either one of them. So, and finally, I really would love to thank the Hofstra faculty. It's an extraordinary program. Scott mentioned that in 2004 was the first graduating class. Not to date myself, but I hired two of the first graduates from the Hofstra program, Debbie Shannon and Tansy Rod, into the cardiothoracic surgery service at North Shore Hospital. And they were fantastic PAs, and it was really the start of a relationship between Hofstra and Northwell for many years to come. And I think it's the preeminent program on Long Island, and it produces just such wonderful PAs. So thank you to the faculty. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to speak today. I am typically very bad at remembering events like this. I don't remember my own high school graduation. That may be for a different reason. But I do remember my PA school graduation. And as Scott mentioned, that's just about 25 years ago. Now, I do not remember who the keynote speaker was. but I do remember the event for a very specific reason. My mother had passed away just a few months before, and my father brought my grandmother to the event. And my grandmother was in her early 90s, a very traditional Italian woman who came to the country when she was in her 20s, and she was just super proud to be there. So we had the ceremony. We had a very fancy reception afterwards at Cornell Medical College, and it was a sit-down reception, and they brought out all the fancy china. And it was a pretty extravagant event, and when it was over, my father went to get the car. I helped my grandmother into the back seat of the car, and she taps me on the shoulder and opens her pocketbook, and she had stolen 2 pieces of the dishware from that event. And so I have them still. They're in my office at home, and every time I look at them, I do remember the graduation ceremony. You know, one more thing about my grandmother, because she did have a big impact on my life. Try explaining to that very same person what a PA is. I was introduced constantly as my grandson, the doctor, and I kind of gave up trying over time to correct her and really explain to her what a PA was. You know, I had picked her up one day from church on a Sunday, and she gets in the car, and I said, "Hey, Grandma, how was the Mass?" And she goes, "It was phenomenal. It was a great Mass. The deacon was great." And then it clicked with me. I said, "I'm a deacon." I said, "What the deacon is to the priest is what a PA is to the doctor." Now, that's not a perfect analogy, but it hit home. And I would say if anybody has a hard time describing the relationship between a PA and a doctor, or what a PA does, maybe that's somewhat of an easy example. So I have a few comments really about the transition from student to professional, and then have a few tips that have helped me in my career that may be helpful for you. First of all, you're not only a clinician as you move forward as a professional, you're by definition now a leader. And the reason I say that, and it may have started happening already, but people are going to come to you in times of need for advice, for help, for counsel. And in my mind, there's no greater responsibility to help people in their time of need, and that by definition makes you a leader. So whether it's, do you know my doctor? Can you help me at this hospital? Do you know this medication? Can you take a look at my knee? You're going to hear all this stuff. You're going to get phone calls that say, "Hey, I need help. Can you help me?" And those are the calls that are most important. I hope you answer them, and I hope when the phone rings at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's somebody asking for help, that you take your position or your status as a leader seriously and you answer the call not just once, but every time. The second thing I'll mention is, as much as you've worked hard on academics, those academic achievements are going to make you more talented clinicians. But what's going to make you a great professional, I believe, are really 3 things. The first of which is work effort. The second is how you function within a team. And the third is whether or not you can make an impact on people's lives. So work effort, and notice I didn't say how hard you work. They're 2 different things. But how you show up to work, the energy you bring, the caring you bring, the passion you bring, that's tangible. That brings energy to everybody else on the team. That brings energy and confidence to your patients. So bring effort to work every day. The second thing is working within a team. There is not one thing in healthcare that gets done by a single individual. Not one thing. So learn about your team. Learn how the team works. Get to know the people on your team, because it makes you a more powerful clinician. It makes you a better leader. The stronger the team, the stronger you are. And the third thing is make an impact on people's lives. And again, notice I didn't say cure disease, ease suffering. Those are all things that we try and do every day, but the reality is sometimes we can't do that. So how do you make an impact? Sometimes it's a conversation. Sometimes it's a connection with a social resource. Sometimes it's just spending a little extra time to go through a diagnosis or lab values or something like that. So that I would ask you all, with every patient that you meet, make some kind of difference. Spend a little extra time. So a couple points. So 25 years into this career, clinically, administratively, I've learned a lot of lessons the hard way, but I'm just going to mention 3 tools that I currently use and I've used throughout my career that have helped me be a better person, a better clinician, a better leader. The first of which is make the right mistakes. You could say that a different way. You could say make mistakes the right way. But we're all going to make a lot of mistakes in every aspect of our life, professional or personal. When I was in my 3rd or 4th year as a PA, one of the cardiac surgeons gave me a book called Forgive and Remember. Really good book. The premise of the book was there was a sociologist that was following around a team of surgical residents at a hospital on the west coast of the United States. And he wanted to know why all these ultra-qualified surgical residents, why some of them ended up being fantastic doctors and surgeons and others didn't. And what it came down to is some people made forgivable mistakes, other people made unforgivable mistakes. You know, picture this, a patient comes into the emergency room with some kind of ailment. You know, we're all trained to go down and do a complete history and physical, talk to the patient, listen to the patient. Whatever tests you order, follow through on them. Go speak to the radiologist. Don't read the radiology report. Talk to the consultants. Listen. If you make the wrong diagnosis and you've gone through that process, that is a forgivable mistake. And if you make that mistake, chances are you'll be able to correct that mistake pretty quickly. But now think of the opposite. And we all know people like this, who don't go down and see the patient right away, who just talk to the nurse over the phone, who don't go and look at the imaging studies and just read the reports. They don't listen to a patient, maybe they talk to a patient. Those practitioners, when they make mistakes, those are unforgivable mistakes because they set a precedent of complacency and laziness that becomes who they are, and those are the people that don't succeed. So make the right mistakes. The second thing I'll mention is keep notes. You know, this one was a hard lesson for me to learn, but over the course of your life and your career, you're going to have ups and downs. And if you ask me today, can you name the top 5 things that you're most proud of as a clinician and administrator? I wouldn't be able to name one. If you ask me to name the top 10 most disappointing things that have happened in my career, I can name every one of them. I can name 20 of them. I can name 100. Because a lot of us as perfectionists, we focus on the things that we could do better, not necessarily the things that we did well. But in the times when you're struggling in your career or in life, what's worked for me is to have something to remind me of the impact that I have made, both clinically and administratively. So I keep a book. And at the end of every week, I'll just jot down 3 or 4 things that I thought were impactful for others. And when I'm in that place where I don't want to get up and go to work, where I don't want to work over the weekend, or there's something else that comes up, sometimes just flipping through that book gives you all the energy you need and kind of reignites the fire that you had to go in and put the effort that you need to. The third thing I'll mention is communicate like your job depends on it. Again, this is not just healthcare, but I would say in life, the majority of issues that we have could be solved if we communicated the right way. You know, whether you communicate via text or email or phone or in person, communication is a two-way street. You're speaking and you're also listening. If you focus on your communication skills to your patients, to your colleagues, to all the people around you, you will not only be a better person, you'll be a better clinician, a better leader, a better provider. So as you move out into the workforce and your professional careers really take off, healthcare is in a funky place right now, right? You know, there's so many headwinds pushing against healthcare, whether those are governmental issues or regulatory issues. There's misaligned incentives between providers, payers, big pharma, medical device. You can't pick up a newspaper or turn on the news without hearing something that questions the healthcare system in the United States. And what happens as a result of that is oftentimes we're so focused on those big macro issues that we keep the patient on the outside rather than on the inside of how decisions get made. And I would say that while those macro issues are important, I would challenge everybody here to find a way to keep their patients in the center. Focus on what's good for them. If we do that, I think a lot of the noise that's out there kind of goes away. So put your patients in the center, be a disruptor, challenge the status quo, because we work in a system that, while I think it's a phenomenal healthcare system, it needs change. And the change starts by keeping the patient in the middle. So I'll conclude here. I want to thank the faculty again for giving me some time to speak. I'd like to congratulate the students again. What an amazing job you've all done, and I'm sure you're going to be excellent providers. I'd like to wish everybody here happy holidays and just leave people here with just one thought. And for the students, thank you for becoming PAs. The world's going to be a better place because of all of you. Thanks.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. A lot to think about. Now our next speaker, someone you're all familiar with, is your class president, Danielle Slevin.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle Slevin, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the White Coat Ceremony for the Hofstra Northwell Graduate School of Physician Assistant Studies, Class of 2024. Before I proceed, I'd like to extend an enormous thank you to all of the people who've helped my classmates and I get through these last 2.5 years. Without your dedication to our success and concern for our well-being, none of us would have reached this moment today. First, on behalf of the class of 2024, I'd like to thank the entire Hofstra PA faculty and staff for your unwavering support and guidance. I think most of us will never forget our first day sitting in Gallon 240 as you all stood in line across the front of the classroom facing us, kind of like this. As you each introduced yourselves and listed your myriad of accolades, we knew immediately that we were in the presence of an elite all-star faculty. It was inspiring to know that we would be taught and led by a group of individuals who wakes up every day and chooses to go above and beyond the call of duty. I'll speak for myself when I say that hearing your introductions and accomplishments certainly lit a fire underneath my gluteus maximus. Aside from our fearless leaders, we owe an astronomical thank you to our personal support systems. If there's one thing I learned in PA school, really even prior to PA school, it's that it takes a village to make a PA. Without our friends, family, and significant others cheering us on every single step of the way, I doubt that any of us would have achieved the same level of success. Of course, we're Hofstra PA students, so we can do anything, but not without the love and confidence instilled in us by those who we hold closest to our hearts. From the seemingly endless tears, rants, and meltdowns to those peak moments of success and triumph, these people have been here for us through it all. They've seen our darkest days and our brightest moments, and I just want to thank you all on behalf of the class of 2024. Now, if there's one thing that was stressed more during the didactic year than anything else, it was teamwork. From day one, the faculty and staff reminded us that the metaphorical fight was over. We each got a seat in one of the most prestigious PA programs in the country, and it was ours to keep, as long as no one failed out, but really no pressure. All jokes aside, we made a conscious decision as a class to heed the advice: work together. We collaborated on charts, study guides, practical exam scripts, and so much more. We shared Quizlets, practice questions, and plenty of hypothetical questions right before exams that sent us all into a panicked frenzy, but we always recovered. I believe that the success of our class is rooted in our dedication to sharing, collaborating, and looking out for one another. Every little GroupMe reminder like, hey, don't forget your privacy screen and whiteboard tomorrow, and the infamous pep talks that we shared were all a display of our commitment not only to our individual success, but the success of the cohort. I'm immensely proud of all of us for keeping this up throughout our time together. Clinical year brought its own challenges, such as ungodly wake-up times, lengthy commutes, bridges, tolls, and more. But another lesson PA school taught us is that the only way out is through. Many days I tried to remind myself of what the faculty and staff all told us. This is only temporary. Thankfully, they were right. We survived. Not only did we survive, though, but we learned a countless number of invaluable lessons and skills which will carry with us throughout the rest of our lives. Just to highlight a few. 1, never recap a needle, even though we've all seen plenty of people do it. 2, arrive early and stay late. And 3, fill out your patient log and timesheet, or else. Truly, though, we sincerely appreciate all of the time and energy that the clinical coordinators and our preceptors put towards furthering our education. From answering all of our silly questions to teaching us how to do things again and again, we cannot thank you enough for your dedication and patience. It wouldn't be right to talk about dedication and patience without mentioning the research semester, aka the culmination of our PA student education. If there's one thing that probably tested our patience more than anything, it was SPSS. But thanks to Dr. Apterbach's dedication to the success of our statistical analyses, we all generated some results, even if they weren't statistically significant. We also finished off the year working in teams, carrying home the same message that we started with. As we enter into this next phase of our lives, I'd like us all to take away 3 key things from our time together. 1, go above and beyond with everything you do and pay it forward to those in need. We are all so privileged and lucky to have people's lives in our hands, and our potential impact cannot be understated. Take the extra 2 minutes to utilize Teachback during your patient education. Ask about social determinants of health, such as shelter and access to food. And speak up if you feel that someone's cut corners that could be detrimental for your patient. Remember what Dr. Pontrelli always says, do no harm. 2, stay curious. As a new grad, I'm sure it's easy to feel inadequate, but keep asking questions, keep reading, keep studying. It's the only way we'll grow as clinicians and as human beings. Science is all about discovery, so the only way to advance ourselves and the field of medicine as a whole is to keep exploring and keep learning. And number 3, remember your why. We all have a reason, or many, why we chose to become PAs. Even on our most difficult days, we should keep our whys at the forefront of our work. Whether your why is to help the underserved, to increase representation of a certain population, or any other reason, hold on to those reasons tightly. By rooting our practice in these personal motives and reasons, we're simultaneously laying a sturdy foundation to carry us through the best and even the worst of the days to come. We've all fought so hard to arrive at this very moment, and even on the days when our motivation to forge ahead is nowhere to be found, it's our whys that keep us going. Or at least that's what I tell myself every time I set up a Roche practice exam. With all sincerity, as our time together comes to a close, I would just like to say how honored and proud I am to have served as the president for the Hofstra PA class of 2024. We've grown so much as a cohort over the last 2.5 years, and I know that we will all be excellent clinicians. Keep advocating for the PA profession and keep showing the world what a vital role we play in the healthcare system, especially as leaders. Congratulations and best of luck to us all. Go Hofstra PA, and go Irish.
Excellent work, Danielle. All right. So before we get to the presentation of some awards, I did want to acknowledge someone else who's here that I, in my quickness, overlooked. The person I probably lean to for questions the most is Vice Provost Komala Shahani-Denning is here also. So thank you for coming, Komala. Okay, so now we're going to get to our awards presentation. And so to help me out with that, I'm going to lean on some faculty. So please welcome Professor Roberts and Professor Zaman.
All right. In recognition of their outstanding academic achievements, we are proud to present the Academic Excellence Award to 2 students whose dedication, perseverance, and exemplary performance in PA school earned them a 4.0 GPA in the didactic year. The journey to a 4.0 in the didactic year is no small feat. This remarkable accomplishment reflects not only their mastery of complex medical knowledge, but also their exceptional work ethic, commitment to patient care, and passion for the field of medicine. Throughout their academic journey, both of these students have demonstrated the highest levels of integrity, intellectual curiosity, and the resilience necessary to excel in a rigorous and demanding program.
As future healthcare leaders, we are confident they will make meaningful contributions to the field of healthcare. We celebrate their achievement today and look forward to their future success. We are extremely proud to present this year's Academic Excellence Award to Sabrina Burke and Lauren Delabovi.
I gotcha. I'll take it out. Yeah. And now I'd like to call up Professor Janet Tutuyan to present the Clinical Excellence Award.
Good morning. My name is Janet Tutuyan. I'm actually the newest member of the clinical team here at Hofstra. Unfortunately, Professor Shannon McCoy could not be here today because she was not feeling well. She is extremely disappointed to miss the milestone day in your personal and professional journey, but she wanted me to express how proud she is of each of you and say, congratulations, you did it. Now on to the clinical award. The Clinical Excellence Award is bestowed upon the student who consistently demonstrates excellence during the clinical rotation year. Furthermore, this award goes to the individual with the highest clinical numeric value, which in this case is a 4.0, as well as has positive preceptor comments, overall interactions with colleagues, clinicians, and faculty, and participation and performance in the clinical year activities. After a student completes a clinical rotation, their preceptor must evaluate and grade them. When the preceptor submits the student's evaluations, they often do not include comments. That was not the case for this student. This student's preceptors wrote, "Outstanding PA student. Our entire team was impressed with her medical knowledge and skills during her surgical rotation. She was proactive about her learning experience and showed a high level of preparedness in all aspects of her rotation. She worked hard and delivered care to our patients in a kind manner. She was a pleasure to have as a student. Seldom do I have many people approach me to tell me what a great student we have. She was better at ultrasound than more than half of my residents. I would hire her. She was a pleasure to work with. She got along with patients and their families and staff. Her thirst for knowledge was amazing. I hope that in the future I will be able to work with her. She will be an asset to any medical center she works for." Additional accolades for this individual include professionalism, hardworking, and excellent bedside manner. It's our pleasure to present this year's Clinical Excellence Award to Michelle Wu. Oh, shoot, sorry. My bad. Yes. I now welcome Dr. Gina Pontrelli for the Excellence in Research Award.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to all of the graduates. Before I announce the Excellence in Research Award, let me set the record straight. Research is no easy task. It's not just about reading articles, quoting Einstein. It's about asking hard questions, finding answers, and sometimes discovering entirely new questions, right? New research questions. And let's be honest, having me as your advisor and Google Scholar doesn't always make this easy. So today, we're going to honor a student who arrived at my office not just with questions, but with a textbook marked by a mosaic of Post-it notes, each one a testament to curiosity, determination, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge that has led to their outstanding research achievement. This award isn't just about grades or recognition, it's about making a difference. Their passion for research has the potential to impact patient lives, and that's a big deal. So let's take a moment to applaud the setbacks and the breakthroughs that led through this moment. Your passion reminds us that the future of research is bright as long as we have students like you to lead the way. I am thrilled to present the Excellence in Research Award to Aaron Steinert. And next up, Professor Mary Banahan to present the Leadership Award.
Good morning. The Leadership Award is given to a member of the class who has exhibited exemplary leadership skills. This may involve having major responsibility in the creation and organization of events, SAPA leadership, medical jeopardy or challenge bowl involvement, and/or extensive involvement in community activities. This year's recipient was involved in many such activities and took on a variety of leadership roles, including participation in our lifestyle medicine interest group, helping organize food drives, toy drives, blood drives, the PA graduation gala, and her role as SAPA president. Taking on these additional responsibilities while also trying to navigate studying for exams and learning to be a healthcare practitioner is no small feat and requires an extra level of dedication to the program, the profession, and her fellow classmates. I'm honored to present this year's Leadership Award to Danielle Slevin. Next, Professor Marc Laplatinier will give us the Shining Star Award.
LaPlatte's in the house. So I'll be presenting the Shining Star Award for the class of 2024. This award is determined by the faculty and is given to a student who has extraordinary promise or has done something out of the ordinary, above and beyond what we expect from most students. The student that has been getting this award has been here at Hofstra for 5.5 years as a dual degree student. She has held leadership positions in the PA Club and was an integral part in organizing many events over the past 3 years. She continually was involved in the program in many aspects and has been a very strong advocate for increasing diversity in the profession. She's been nominated as Northeast Student Alliance Regional Director and the Physician Associates for Latino Health, and has recently received a grant for the NCCPA Health Foundation, creating a children's book, El Rico Socio Medico. I tried my best. The Hero Physician Associate. I am very proud to give this Shining Star Award to Juliana Feeney. The next award will be given by Dr. Roberts and Professor Morelli.
All right, hello everybody. So the Excellence in Peer Mentoring Award is given to a student who's gone above and beyond in supporting their peers, offering guidance and helping them to succeed academically and personally throughout their journey in PA school. This year's recipient has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to their fellow students, particularly in the areas of tutoring and academic support. This individual has spent countless hours working with didactic students, offering their time, expertise, and encouragement in challenging subjects such as physiology and pharmacology. These are not easy topics for any student, and yet our recipient has been a constant source of help and reassurance, always willing to step in when students from other cohorts needed assistance.
It's clear that their success as a student is not just due to their own abilities, but also to their genuine desire to ensure that their peers succeed as well. It is the spirit of mentorship that strengthens our program and prepares us to all be better clinicians. Mentorship is a cornerstone of the PA profession, and this student has demonstrated what it means to embody those ideals every day. And although this student is an Islanders fan, although it's not that great to be a Rangers fan either right now, I'm still pleased to present this award to Matthew Casola. It is nice. They had it wrong. Yeah, they just had it out of order.
We would now like to welcome Dr. Will Heuser to present the Overall Achievement Award.
All right. So it's an honor and privilege to speak about a student who truly exemplifies excellence and passion in every sense of the word. As her professor of pharmacology, clearly some of the most easiest classes, as you guys know, have witnessed firsthand her extraordinary commitment to learning, her love for medicine, and her tireless work ethic. The student has not only excelled academically, mastering complex concepts with remarkable precision, but she has also a profound passion for pharmacology, as well as potentially my love for the mitochondria. Her intellectual curiosity and unwavering dedication to understanding the intricacies of the human body and therapeutic interventions have clearly set her apart as a true scholar in the class. Beyond her academic brilliance, she embodies the qualities that will make her an outstanding leader in the field of medicine. Her compassion, empathy, and unwavering drive to improve the lives of others shine brightly in all that she does. Whether diving into complex intracellular pharmacological mechanisms or discussing patient care strategies and cases that she's had. And let me be clear, she will email me every week, and I love hearing every single story. She approaches every task with enthusiasm and a deep desire to make a difference. Her future patients will truly be fortunate to have such a dedicated and compassionate advocate. This student is a shining example of what a profession needs, and I am confident that she will continue to achieve greatness and inspire those around her. I am extremely proud to present the Overall Achievement Award to Madison Donnelly.
So we just want to acknowledge all the students that have been nominated for the Phi Alpha National Honor Society. We started doing this about 3 years ago, and it's a very tough decision because we can only nominate 15% of the student body, and they have to have certain criteria in order to be nominated. Every student has to have a 3.5 GPA or higher, be involved in community activities, be leaders in the program, be involved in lots of different scholarships and different student activities. So what I would like for everyone that got nominated for the National Honor Society, if you please could stand. Congratulations. Now we have a brief slideshow for the students that the students have made over the past 2.5 years. Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped ahead. I was too fast. We skipped one of the awards. So we have the Preceptor of the Year award.
So the Preceptor of the Year award is determined by the clinical year students to honor a preceptor who has consistently been an influential clinical leader and educator. This year's award recipient has demonstrated a commitment to excellence in the clinical education of our Hofstra PA students at Dr. Mattheo's Family Medicine Office. He has been recognized by the students for his exceptional teaching, mentoring, and leadership. As the students know, when they complete a clinical rotation, they must evaluate their clinical site and preceptor. Often when the students complete this evaluation, they don't include comments. This was not the case for this particular preceptor. Here are some of the most notable comments made by the students regarding their preceptor. He was the best preceptor I've had, and he was an amazing teacher. He made you feel like an active member of the team, and I learned so much from him. Throughout my time with him, this preceptor consistently created a positive learning environment where I always felt comfortable asking questions and expressing any concerns. His open and approachable style of teaching made it easy for me to learn and grow. This preceptor gave students a ton of autonomy, but was always there when we needed him. The office was busy, but whenever he had downtime, he would discuss high-yield topics with you to help prep for the end-of-rotation exams. I felt like I learned so much during this rotation, and it was a great experience working with him. I wholeheartedly believe this preceptor deserves this award because he embodies the qualities of an exceptional preceptor: knowledgeable, approachable, trusting, motivating, enthusiastic, and kind. The list goes on forever. He created an environment where learning was welcomed and encouraged, making me excited to work with him each day. His dedication to his patients and his practice was evident. He was truly the clinic's heart, with patients expressing how lucky they were to learn from him. This highlighted how important and impactful my role as a PA could be and made me feel inspired each day. He's not just a remarkable preceptor, but a remarkable person who has made a lasting difference in my life and the lives of his countless patients. We are extremely honored and proud to present this year's Preceptor of the Year Award to Tom Cipolla. It's Tom Cipolla. Come on, come on. And now to the slideshow.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but it
Moms and dads, I promise they really did work. All right. Okay. Students, please prepare for the white coat ceremony.
Ready? To present our graduating class, first we have Deanie Ackerman. Taylor Adamo. Sydney Alfano. Stella Arabov. Catherine Arujo. Sabrina Burke. Sukanya Biswas. Ryan Blake. Julianne Bambara. Jennifer Casadante. Christina Marie Cavallone. Renee Yanyi Chan. Taffany Chowdhury. Tahani Chowdhury. Matthew Casola. Kyle DeLisi. Lauren Paige Delabovi. Emma Denmark. Madison Donnelly. Kristen Doyon. Ariel Eisenberg. Mario Peter Fabraro. Juliana Feeney. Jade Fitt. Connor Leonard Fitzsimmons. Lauren Futterman. Shayna Maria Garrett. Fotini Gatsonis. Tiffany He Lam. Holly Iafredi. Jessica Ibokwe. Talia Iliadi. Julia Jacklick. Anna Maria John. Simmerpreet Kaur. Jennifer Indrakdevi Keth.
Jenna Kim. Sophie Barrett Kokoska. Adya Lal. Kevin Livingston. Marielle McCaskill. Claudia Carol Mangiamelli. Alyssa Matera. Emma McKean. Jessica Messina. Julia Minifo. Anjali Mohan. Kristen Tierney Murray. Joyce Omalayo. Rachel Parmeri. Daniela Panaccia. Brianna Iris Pissarro. Emily Elizabeth Rail. Mary. Mary, what do you think? Nadia Dina Ramasri. Electra Elizabeth Roll. Brianna Ruddy. Aisha Syed. Saeed. Liliana Saunders. Erica Schulzen. Danielle Slevin. Gabriella Snow. Madeline Sunday. Hita Soni. Jessica Sparacchio. Erin Steinert. Natalie Sturgakos. Manal Tanvir. Allison Tolkien. Margaret Wong. Tiana Nicole Wong. Zoe. Remember? Michelle Wu. And last but certainly not least, Elaine Zoe. Congratulations all.
Excellent job. Okay. Now to prepare for the oath, I'll invite Professor Zaman up, please.
Okay, graduates, please rise. You have your cheat sheets? All right, repeat after me. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty, integrity, and dedication, remembering always that my primary responsibility is to the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I recognize and promote the value of diversity, and I will treat equally all persons who seek my care.
I recognize and promote the value of diversity, and I will treat equally all persons who seek my care.
I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and the principle of informed consent. I will hold in confidence the information shared with me in the course of practicing medicine, except where I am authorized to impart such knowledge.
I will hold in confidence the information shared with me in the course of practicing medicine, except where I am authorized to impart such knowledge.
I will be diligent in understanding both my personal capabilities and my limitations, striving always to improve my practice of medicine. I will actively seek to expand my intellectual knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medical art and science.
I will actively seek to expand my intellectual knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medical art and science.
I will work with other members of the healthcare team to ensure compassionate and effective care of patients. I will uphold and enhance community values and use the knowledge and experience acquired as a PA to contribute to an improved community.
I will uphold and enhance community values and use the knowledge and experience acquired as a PA to contribute to an improved community.
I will respect my professional relationship with physicians and other members of the healthcare team. I recognize my duty to perpetuate knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and on my honor.
Don't worry, that's not on the boards. All right, as we prepare to conclude, I just want to say thank you to everyone. And personal thank you, because while I get to be your MC here, as they say, it takes a village. So the faculty here with me, they do all the heavy lifting. Our administrative team here, I think Marie gets more out of this event than even the parents. All right, so before we go, housekeeping, right? So the students are going to run outside, and we're going to do a quick group picture, right? Hopefully the rain held out. And then I would also remind you that full commencement is Friday at 1 o'clock. And continue to keep connected with us, right? Okay. Everyone, please join me in congratulating the Hofstra Physician Assistant Class of 2024.